you an introvert or are you an extrovert? First, we need to differentiate what is extrovert and what is an introvert. Now, the terms introversion and extroversion, these are the terms that we use on how are we going to react to the people and in the environment around us. There are different stimulus that contribute on how are we going to classify someone as whether he or she is an extrovert or an introvert. Extrovert is always associated with happiness, with success, while on the other hand, introvert is always equated with sadness, being depressed, and unsuccessful. Now today, we are going to debug the myths of being an introvert. Number one is that we're shy. Like what I said earlier, that being an introvert and being an extrovert, these are the terms that we use on how are we going to react to the people and to the environment around us. While on the other hand, being shy and being outgoing these terms are used when and how are we going to react with the people around us. Usually for the introverts, it takes time for us to express ourselves and to open up ourselves to other people. But it doesn't mean that we are really shy. There are also other extroverts who are extremely shy, and there are also other introverts who are not really shy at all. I hope that makes sense. Number two is that we don't talk a lot and we are boring. I find this quite offensive as an introvert. I more or less consider it and classify it as a selective socializing. Selective socializing, it's because it takes time for us to really fully express ourselves. We need to observe the environment around us before we can fully share a piece of ourselves with everyone. Whenever we get comfortable and whenever we get the hang of it, that's the time that we fully express ourselves. But it doesn't mean that if we are quiet and we don't talk a lot, that we hate you, that we hate the world around us. It's just that we value our personal space so much. And whenever we encounter a lot of people, it's okay, but we value the meaningful conversations a lot rather than talk nonsense. And number three, this is more or less related with number two, is that we don't enjoy any company at all. Again, I always classify this as a category for selective socializing, is that we value our personal space so much and that we hate social interactions and we hate parties and stuff like that. But the fact is that we like to interact with people and we want to engage to meaningful conversations, deep conversations. We like to talk to people where we can gather information and learn from them. As I said, we don't talk nonsense. Number four, I think, is the most frustrating misconception for an introvert. And they always say that we are angry and we are depressed. Actually, we're not. I am not. It doesn't mean that if we prefer to be quiet and we don't talk to you, it doesn't mean anything. It's just normal to us that sometimes you're quiet and sometimes we don't want to talk to you, but it doesn't mean anything. We are not mad or we are not angry or we are not depressed. Most of the people that I've encountered, I always hear from others also that they say that I'm unhappy and I'm depressed, but I'm not. I'm just contented with the life that I have, and I don't really mind what they think of it. And honestly, I'm not depressed. I just enjoy the company of myself, and I don't think that's a problem. I'm happy and contented. How about you? Are you? Number five is that we're always in our own little worlds. Partly it's true, but most likely introverts are more likely observants and listeners compared to extroverts that they react immediately to the environment and to the stimulus that's given to them. And for most introverts, we like to think, we like to reflect, and we like to analyze and sometimes overanalyze things. But most likely, we want to observe the environment first and listen to the people's opinion. And by there, we gather facts and we react to the environment. As simple as that. And the next one would be that extroverts are happier than introverts. I don't think so. Happiness is a choice and happiness is subjective. There are other extroverts who are unhappy of their lives. Maybe they're just masking their emotions, that's why they're more outgoing. But there are also introverts that are happier than extroverts, I think. I'm happy with my life. I don't know about you. And last but not the least is that we need to strive to be less introverted. I don't need to change myself for anyone. I don't have to adjust to the people around me. I can't say it. Stop telling me that I need to change myself. Stop telling me that I need to socialize more, that I need to go out more, I need to have more friends, I need to get a life. I'm sick and tired of those comments by people who don't know me. I will never change myself for anyone. Not a single bit. If you don't like the way I am, then don't make friends with me. It is fully okay to be an extrovert. It is really okay to be an introvert as well. We have different choices and we have different preferences, and we have to respect that. A lot of people say that I'm boring, that I'm depressed, I'm happy, unhappy. None of those comments are true. I'm happy with my life and I'm content with my life. But the question is, are you? For real?